Hey guys, so today I want to give a demonstration of the Gotrax Nova Pro Smart Hoverboard. And this is, it's one of those self-balancing, two-wheeled, I don't know what else to call it. I guess that's what people call it, hoverboards. But yeah, essentially it's kind of like a Segway without like the arm rail that you hold on to. So you remove that, and then it's just basically these two self-balancing wheels. I guess people call these hoverboards. Yeah, I don't know how accurate that name actually is, but that's what they're called. And this is not a Chinese company, believe it or not. Sounds like a Chinese company, but they're actually an American company based in Texas, I believe. And this is not that expensive either. I bet obviously they made it in China, right? It doesn't cost that much. Compared to like a Segway, which is actually made in America, these cost only a couple $100. So this cost me $175 US, around there. So it's not that expensive for something like this. Of course, it's not really like, yeah, you can tell it's made of plastic and stuff, so it's not really made of like really premium materials or anything. Obviously they built it in China and everything, so that's why it's relatively low costed. But yeah, I want to try it out because I live in an area where right now it's summer and the weather is always sunny all the time in Vancouver actually. So it's a really nice time to be able to use one of these things. I think it'll be nice and fun. And I previously actually did a video on the Segway W1 Drift, which is a pair of electric self-balancing roller skates, but those were actually quite hard to control, and they can't really go over anything because as soon as you like use them over a surface that's not completely flat, then it doesn't really work out well. Whereas since these have bigger wheels, I hope that they can actually go over a little bit rough terrain as well. Now, I mean, obviously not off-road, but a little bit rougher terrain than the Segway Drift W1s could, and hopefully be easier to control too. Those electric roller skates, the Drift W1s, are very hard to control. So hopefully this is easier to control as well. So the only thing that came in the box with this thing is the charger, which it says it can last like maybe like 10 kilometers or something like that. So good enough just for like riding around the block. You're not going to go very far with this thing, but that's fine. And yeah, this is the little user manual that you get, and that's pretty much it. So the top speed is 6 miles per hour. Distance per charge is about 5 miles. Okay, so a little bit less than 10 kilometers actually. It can hold up to 176 pounds in weight. So even though this is marketed towards kids, I think adults can use it as well, as long as you weigh under 176, which I do. And takes about 4 hours to charge. And yeah, obviously made by some Chinese company here. And this particular model, they make a few different models, but this particular model actually has a built-in Bluetooth speaker as well. So I wanted to try that out too, because I like listening to music. So of course, when I ride this thing, listening to music would be cool as well. Would be even cooler if I could actually just have if this has Bluetooth functionality that outputs to headphones or something like that would be cool too. But it has a built-in speaker, so this is what it looks like under the hoverboard. You can see there is a Bluetooth speaker right here, so I can as soon as you turn it on, actually you can discover it with your phone, and then you can pair it with your phone, or in my case I use the DAP to listen to music, so I'll probably just pair it with that. And on the other side here, you can see there's the power button right here, and then this is the charging port. So that's really it. It's fairly no frills looking device. I guess it has LEDs, I guess, when I turn it on. Actually, I'll turn it on right now. There we go. Yep. So it has like LEDs. It tells you the battery percentage right here, which is nice. And yeah, I'm gonna just test it out outside. So another thing that I kind of like about this model is that it has a decent amount of features built in, including that Bluetooth speaker, and it's got an okay like amount of power, and it's decently light. So it's 17 pounds, which is not really light, but it's definitely light enough for me to just carry to like a park somewhere and play around with, right? So I didn't want something that was over 20 pounds. So this is under 20 pounds, and it's got a decent amount of features and power, so that's another reason why I like it. So yeah, I didn't want to have something that was too heavy, or something that was just very light on features. So yeah, I'm gonna try this one out and see how it goes. Guys, so now I have the Gotrax hoverboard hooked up to my music player, so you guys can hear the speakers on this thing, which are actually like decently loud, I guess. Like they're about as loud as a typical outdoor Bluetooth speaker. I mean, it doesn't get like super loud or anything, but you have to like be in an area where there's not a lot of people to actually like kind of be able to hear it. But yeah, this is about the max volume it gets. So just like about the same volume as a regular portable pair of Bluetooth speakers. Not like a super big Bluetooth speaker or anything, but you guys can kind of hear the music, right? Yeah, it gets okay. Again, if you're gonna be using this around a bunch of like, you know, noise, like cars and everything around you and people, it's not going to be as audible. But definitely, if you're just using this by yourself in like an empty parking lot, like I am right now, it's definitely enough for me to notice and listen to. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Considering this thing is not really meant to be primarily a Bluetooth speaker, anyways. Okay, as for controlling this thing, definitely, it does take a little bit of time to get used to, but not as much as the Segway Drift W1s I used before. So with those, like, it really took me a long time to get used to those. So basically, you gotta have like one foot here, and then you gotta put your other foot on as soon as possible, basically. So you gotta put like, yeah, like that, okay. You gotta put your other foot on as soon as possible, and then, yeah, it's self-balancing, but you basically have to like move it forward with your momentum. So you just like push forward a little bit on your feet, put a little bit of pressure and it'll go forward. It does take some time to get used to, but definitely easier to learn than the Segway Drift W1s, the electric roller skates for sure. So if I put a little bit of pressure on my foot going forward, it can go forward like this, and I can increase the speed the more I lean into it. Okay, so I can keep increasing the speed. Or I can stop and I can even go backwards if I decide to put more pressure on the back of my feet. So if I put more pressure on the back of my heels, it'll go backwards, and I can decide to go forwards if I put more pressure on the front. So yeah, it does take some time to get used to, but it's, I think in general, easier to control than the Segway Drift W1s were. So yeah. So again, how you get on this thing is you basically just put one foot on lightly like this, and then you just hop on with the other foot like this, and then away you go. You have to put both feet on pretty fast. Once you do that, you're good. There, it's pretty smoothly. For just pavement like this or sidewalks like this, it's pretty easy. You can even go up like this, right? Yeah, if you go faster, and then, yeah. So right now I'm just like, I can stall like this, right? Just stalling and just waiting for the traffic light. And once it turns, I can go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, okay, we're good. Crossed it. Bend my knees to increase the speed a little bit more. So here I need to probably do a turn here. So I'm just gonna like turn my feet like this. So I turn my feet like this and then go this way. Yeah, so it's pretty easy. So now we're just gonna go use the biking lane here to go back. And yeah, this is like very close to my apartment, Science World. Yeah, this should be fun. Just go using the biking trail. Alright, let's go. I can actually increase the speed by bending my knees a little bit. Yeah. Oh, this one's a little bit rough. Still okay though. These wheels can still handle that. Nice. Alright. See, there's Science World right there. Oh, looks like the little street festival. Oh, I think it's just people setting up tents actually. Nice. Oh, what's going on over here? Looks like there's some booths set up to sell stuff right here. Not bad.
Okay, well, rephrase that. No canoes then. No canoes are like canoes. And then you can bring yours down. Have a stomach cramp? Do we have any Nook Sacks in the house? Do we have any Lummies in the house? we have any Stalos in the house?
See how well my hoverboard can go over this one. Oh, yeah, okay, it's good. Nice.
Do we have any
Pavement's like a little bit more
in the
rough.
house?
This is a science roll.
Do we have any musquams in the house? Do we have any Squamish in the house?
Yeah, alright. Let's see, go over this one. Whoa. Nice. Oh, this is Rogers Stadium. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna go to Science World. Just a demo. Oh, so we'll get over that. There we go. Well, let's see this one. I'm just gonna try to go over this. There we go. Nice. All right. Yeah, that was like a nice little walk around with a little hoverboard. You just step off. And, it just works. All right. So it didn't take too long for me to learn, and pretty good. And also doubles as a nice Bluetooth speaker as well. So yeah, pretty nice. Alright, not bad for the price actually. So this is the Gotrax Nova Pro, which is a hoverboard that also has a built-in Bluetooth speaker. And, so I guess it's good for just having fun. Having fun, and doesn't go very far, but it's good for what it is. Just having fun around the block. Alright guys, that's it. That's the Gotrax Nova Pro.